It's March 26th, 2024, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and oopsie! It's actually not an oopsie. It was a planned surgery. But because of this dressing, which is already covered in cat hair, we won't be having any images with our stories today, because this is hard, even with the painkillers. Here's where your imagination comes in. A New York appeals court gave former President Donald Trump 10 additional days to pay a now lowered $175 million bond in his civil fraud trial. Trump originally owed $464 million, but he found a loophole by trying to renegotiate with the guys from Pawn Stars. The Justice Department moved to dismiss a $3.3 billion civil fraud suit against Dish Network. Conveniently, right after Dish Network founder Charlie Ergen donated $113,000 to President Biden's re-election campaign. In related news, Donald Trump has just donated $113,000 to President Biden's re-election campaign. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez accused Israel of committing genocide last week, and she knows that because her bestie shared it on Insta.
Hey, Brian, want to play some handball?
That is a nice hat, though, Babs. Following Kate Middleton's announcement that she has been battling cancer, actress Blake Lively apologized for publicly mocking her. Is there anything the rest of you would like to say? If so, leave your comment below. Planet Fitness canceled an Alaska woman's gym membership after she photographed a transgender person shaving in the women's locker room. Finally, a way to cancel your gym membership.
Brian, I'm so sorry that you hurt your hand. I broke my finger in middle school when I was playing soccer, so I understand how difficult it is to not be able to do hand stuff. So I think maybe you could get on the on the Craigslist and you could hire someone to come over and do hand stuff for you, like opening jars and doing your dishes. You can put it on Craigslist and you can be like, do you need a hand job? Because it's a job for hands. I'll have to talk to you about it later. I'm going to church.
Thank you, Allie. I've actually had something very similar running for the last 3 years or so. After a rooftop fire, thick smoke and flames billowed out of a skyscraper near the World Trade Center last week. In response to the fire, America invaded Iraq. Speaking of planes, good thing I'm on painkillers. Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun will resign from the company at the end of this year after several disastrous weeks of air safety problems involving Boeing jets. His golden parachute retirement plan will include an actual parachute he can use aboard any Boeing plane.
Hey, Brian, you want to do some push-ups? I don't recommend it. Oh. That was a mistake.
Thank you, Tim. After my hand heals, I look forward to not doing any push-ups. The 81-year-old fabric store chain Joann has filed for bankruptcy. The store is blaming low sales on the younger generation's dying need to become internet famous and the older generation's dying need to die. A Campbell's Soup factory in Ohio is being accused of polluting Lake Erie with contaminated wastewater. Although, thank God, they aren't dumping something more toxic, like Campbell's Soup.
Hey, Brian, do you want to play guitar? I don't get the joke.
Wow, I couldn't do that if I had 12 hands and they were all healthy. I'd applaud, but, you know. Also, I don't get the joke either. Federal agents searched homes in Los Angeles and Miami that belonged to rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs as part of a sex trafficking investigation. Combs plans to respond with a rap song that is pretty much just him saying, "I'm innocent," over the police's "Every Breath You Take." The Israeli military said it killed 90 gunmen during a raid on Gaza's largest hospital. All that and more on next week's Grey's Anatomy. A 62-year-old man has successfully received a kidney from a genetically engineered pig. The animal organ fulfilled its function of producing urine, which the man then used to piss on the pig's grave. A man who survived the 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor died last week at the age of 102. It seems time did the job the Japanese could not. Man, that segment got pretty dark.
Hey, Brian. Wanna shoot some pool? Rack 'em.
No, I got my hand cut open yesterday. Why would I want to...
Hey, Brian. You wanna play Yar's Revenge? Woo!
I don't understand why you're asking me these things, Babs. I had hand surgery yesterday.
Hey, Brian. Wanna jam on ukuleles?
That was done better earlier in the show with a real guitar. This Sunday is Easter. It's the day where we celebrate Jesus rising out of the tomb and announcing 6 more weeks of winter. A Volkswagen plant in Tennessee has filed a petition to join the United Auto Workers Union. The workers are claiming 50 years of physical and mental abuse from that so-called children's game, Slug Bug. Oh, that would be a bad idea. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me. Just use your good hand.
Good story, Brian. High five.